What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Punch Drunk Nerd, the podcast where three friends, three amigos, three bambinos come together to talk about nerd shit. This week, we are doing a review on A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. But before we do all that, we're going to cover some news. And before we even do all of that, we're actually going to tuck into some of McDonald's new food menu item, the McDonald's Arch Burger. That's right. We're going to do a taste test here on Punch Drunk Nerd. If you don't want to hear us smacking and gooping, then go down to the description below where you can just jump right to the review of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. If you're a Game of Thrones head, a Knight head, a J.R.R. Martin head, go down to the description below and you'll be able to get right to the content that you want for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. But if you saw that thumbnail and you were like, God damn, they're eating McDonald's, we are. And I got a Coke. I have my Arch Burger. We're about to eat it right now, but before we do all that, my name is Luis Gonzalez, and with me is
Miguel Sanchez
and Deadpool. Yeah, get
all
a
right.
drink.
Fuck yeah, dude! What an intro, Ed. You brought up this to the pod, and you were saying, "Let's eat this." I really don't want to fuck around and talk anymore. I just want to eat it.
Have you guys looked at it yet?
No, I don't know what's in it. I don't know.
I haven't opened mine. I haven't opened mine yet.
I got a glimpse because Sarah got it too, and I told her to text me her thoughts, so we might get some immediate input.
I'm gonna be breathing big, heavy. Okay,
here's the box.
We did get it.
Arch. Yeah,
and we're gonna eat it on camera. Maybe not the whole thing.
It did a beautiful thumbnail, so I don't have to like. That's the worst part is when you have our faces in the thumbnail, because then I have to like look for it. Like I have to look for a face where like we're all smiling, like. Woo-hoo. Never mind.
It's as big as your head.
I look at how huge this thing is.
It has these little black dots on it.
I'll get it.
It's poppy seed.
I'm gonna take a bite.
Poppy seed. All right, here we go. Just gonna tuck in, and then we'll give the description of it later, as that you guys can eat. I'm just kind of filling time. We'll eat. Take a bite. We got two patties here. Looks like it's some onion crisps, onions, lettuce, some sauce, and then Ed will probably fill in a little bit more of any more ingredients that we're missing. It's a limited time menu event, so get at it. Not all McDonald's have it. Miguel had to drive a little bit farther, but go ahead. Tag team.
I did.
It's, two kinds of cheeses. You got white cheddar in there as well as American cheese. There's pickles, lettuce, some essentially mac sauce, but a little tangier, supposedly. And then two kinds of onion too. Oh, and 2 quarter-pounder patties is what we're munching on.
I hate this. The burger is great though. I know. This was an awkward thing to do.
Yeah,
while recording,
we'll edit it out.
I'll tell you this: it's delicious. You know, my first interaction with it is, oh wow, this is good.
It feels like a blend.
I don't know if I could. Hang on.
Fucking go. Did you fix your internet?
I did, but I'm on the computer right now. So
maybe it's me. Okay.
But no, anyway, it's delicious. I don't know if I could eat this whole thing like for a lunch, you know?
Oh no.
I feel like I would be done for the day after
like
this.
Like a coma.
You know? But it's tasty.
I seldom do meals these days, like the whole fries and drink.
You mostly because crazy.
Because I don't really drink soda, and I don't need the fries.
Drinking soda.
If they made them a little bit better, maybe I would. But just never crave it. You
know that McDonald's soda is the cream of the crop in the soda family.
So you guys have told me. You
don't have to listen. You could try it out at any McDonald's.
I mean, I always take like a cheeky sip here and there whenever. Well, like whenever Sarah gets one.
Is that what you mean by a cheeky
yeah, kind
sip?
of. It's like I don't need the soda, but I'll take a sip.
I like the soda because it's so savory and salty that I needed a little bit of sweetness to kind of wash it down.
But what size soda do you get though?
I got a medium.
A medium, right? I mean, like
yeah.
Even a medium.
Well, that's because I'm trying to be better. But this thing is good. It's reminding me of a quarter pounder and a Big Mac mashed together, and you got these onion crisps that are adding a little bit of fun. You know, a little like a high product deluxe thing going on. The big arch of the and it's pretty good. I'll eat this whole burger right now. I won't have any issues eating this as a meal, to be honest. Try this sauce.
I think I do like it too.
Tangy.
The sauce is good. I wish there was maybe more of it on maybe my burger particularly.
Sauce in mine. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And I got pickles too, it looks like. I was about to say I could do with more pickles, but that's just the McDonald's way, isn't it?
Very good. Wow, what a recommendation. I didn't know how I was going to think about it because of all the cheese. But the sauce and everything is blending really well. And
I like the cheese to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Onion crisps give it a good, like, little, I don't know,
texture.
But yeah, but I got that's a flavor that pairs.
Yeah. I need more tang, I think. And maybe that's just my ketchup addiction singing.
I bet you could ask for more sauce because mine's
I was gonna
pretty
say
sauced up.
Yeah,
or maybe more onions. I don't know.
Everything on my, like, I would have liked more crispy onions. I'm not a big fan of pickles, so I thought it was the right amount of pickles for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could dress this up just a little bit. Hey, a little extra sauce, a little less pickles, a little whatever.
Yeah,
and this could be a perfected burger, you know?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's pretty good. It's not as arduous as a Big Mac. You know, you don't have all that extra bread for no reason.
But that does beg the question. If you have a quarter pounder and a Big Mac, are you splitting the votes with the Big Arch? You know? Adding a third party to it? Like, is this something that's going to stay? Because as good as this burger is, you know, at the end of the day, you might be like, well, I'll just do my classic quarter pounder, or I might do my classic Big Mac.
I don't know.
You know?
This would be like a Blue Moon one for me. You know, once in a blue moon. Because if I say I do go to McDonald's, or when I do go to McDonald's, if I'm not just getting like a McDouble and a hot and spicy, like I'm getting like a single patty quarter pounder, because the two quarter pounder patties are they're big. Yeah, they're big. But this one does have like enough sauce and enough else going on to kind of balance that out. Whereas with the quarter pounder, it's a little drier. It's a bit more of a mouthful, you know.
I don't know why.
And the cheese, I like the creamy cheese in it. The cheddar cheese in it is great.
I don't know why I rushed through this burger like we were timed or something.
Me too.
You know?
Me too. Yeah.
I'm on my last bite right now, and I'm just
good.
This was a mistake in terms of eating so quickly. But
there's crispy onions really add like an extra layer right at the end there. I love a good crispy fried onion.
What is it called? Arch Burger? Big Arch? Mega Arch? Arch? No.
So one funny thing that happened over the weekend was McDonald's got their CEO to give it a try on camera.
Oh.
And did neither of you watch this video?
Oh, I did.
No.
Yeah, I know Miguel did. Well, the running thing was that like he looked apprehensive to give it a try, even, and he kept referring to it as product instead of food. Yeah, instead of food or a burger. And when he finally did take a bite, it was minuscule. And he didn't look like overly pleased to be eating it.
Oh, that's not good.
I can't believe you didn't see that video, Luis.
The fun part is
my
you should look it up.
Just doesn't want it. It's like spitting it out. It doesn't want to take it. Like my algorithm is so clean.
But then how did you know about this? How'd you know about this burger?
Ed.
That's the first time you heard about this burger was when Ed said it?
Guys, well, for one, we've talked about this on the pod before when it was first announced. Back
again,
when.
Ed. This is the only reason I didn't know it was even out until Ed promoted it to me. Like that's a great in-person to person promotion.
There you go.
My algorithm is fucking iron tight.
I don't know what that says about me, really, but or my algorithm. But I definitely saw that video, and the funny thing is that like Burger King is now kind of riffing on that, and they announced like renewed Whopper, which is supposed to be bigger and everything. And then they had a video of their CEO genuinely enjoying one of their burgers on film. So it's been a fun little
I'll tell you this also.
Fast food challenge.
Multiple CEOs have jumped on this trend and are now doing it. Yeah. Today, I think it was like 4 different ones have done it now.
And I think quickly on just a question like, why do we not see these CEOs all the time? It's like because they look terrible.
Yeah, they don't want to eat these burgers. Okay,
Right. They don't want to eat it on camera.
Come on, man. You got to do what you love. You know.
The Wendy's,
that's
the
why
Wendy's,
that's the company and getting people fired.
The Wendy's CEO actually grilled his burger. Like he got on the grill and cooked it himself.
Named it after him, Mr. Wendy.
Yes, that's right.
Same with Cece's Pizza, Mr. Cece. All right, so I'm going to list off the ingredients here. Wondering why this is the most McDonald's burger yet? Let's start with 2 juicy quarter pounders, 2 quarter pound 100% beef patties, layered with 3 slices, of melty white cheddar cheese. It's then topped with both crispy and slivered onions, zesty pickles, not normal pickles, they're zesty, and crisp ass lettuce. I don't know if it was that crisp.
Did it say crisp ass?
There's no way it said that.
Crisp ass lettuce.
Crisp ass.
But what truly sets it apart is the new Big Arch sauce. Tangy, creamy, with the perfect balance of mustard, pickle, and sweet tomato flavors. That's why it feels like a Big Mac and a quarter pounder to me. All served on a toasty sesame and poppy seed bun, making each and every big bite equally parts juicy, melty, and saucy.
I'm not mad at it. Now, for our listeners, this was a $8.99 burger.
What?
$8.99.
You didn't get the meal?
No, the meal was $11.99. Large meal was $11.99 for Sarah.
My medium meal was $13. So
with taxes?
Yeah.
Mine's $14.35.
Yeah.
Fuck. Damn.
So Ed, don't move out of Texas, baby.
I guess.
Come over here, man. Everybody's like, where's Ed?
In the McDonald's.
Yeah. Everywhere I go, the gas station. Where's Ed?
Ed? No Ed today?
No Ed?
Let's see. Big Arch. Big Arch. I'm gonna look it up. Why did they do this?
Sales.
Big
I don't know.
Why
they were tired of hearing people talk shit about their burgers. How small they are.
Talking how small they are.
Yeah.
You're just saying how big the quarter pounder is. Okay.
No, that's my personal experience.
The double quarter. Okay, why they did it. The main reasons are basically marketing and menu strategy. Compete in the bigger premium burger space. Getting attention, viral marketing. Okay, so
I tell you this though, I'm never going to think of this as a premium burger. Like that was just a bunch of McDonald's ingredients on a bun, on a slightly 100%. Different bun, you know?
A fancy bun. I think the bun is the fanciest
kind of like
thing
Taco
about
Bell, yeah. But if I'm like, oh, I want a supreme taco, like experience, you know what I mean? Like Taco Bell's not that. It is fast food tacos. Same with McDonald's. So it's like, okay, yeah, that scratched an itch. Would I get it again? Probably.
I would probably get it again.
I mean, it was tasty. It was a tasty burger.
That's like what I'm ready to chow down, you know.
Do you guys remember during the pandemic when, or maybe it was before the pandemic, when Popeyes came out with that chicken sandwich and people were like
going crazy,
going crazy, shooting people in the streets and stuff? Like,
they're like, you can put chicken in sandwiches?
Yeah, I know. Like no one's going to be rushing to McDonald's for this particular thing. But I am a little disappointed in my local McDonald's because it was like, that's not available here. And it reminded me that sometime previously I've gone to that McDonald's and I asked for, not like seeking out the meal, but I was like, oh, that sounds good, I'll just get that. And they were like, oh, we don't have that right now. And it's like, why? You know? How
big is the McDonald's, like size wise?
It's the regular size McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a small one and they had it.
This is I don't understand what goes on at that one particular McDonald's, but I had to drive a little further away to go get this one. So,
sorry. Yeah, I'm glad you made the trip. Thank you guys for indulging me on that. I can't lie. Obviously, there was a part of me that just wanted to try it, and I thought we've done a fast food episode before. Why not celebrate the arrival of this new one?
I tell you what, the thing that I don't like about us eating on the pod, besides like the general grossness of like listening to someone eat, is timing 3 different people in 3 different states to like get a burger and get ready to record all while, and then of course like Ed is very, very like it makes sense that you would say this, but like, I want to eat my dinner hot. And, so the entire time I'm like driving home, I'm like, oh my God, man, Ed's food's getting cold. Luis' food's getting cold. Like, I'm running behind. I'm just trying to get there.
Well, I think we were pretty synced up as far as timing. Mine was still warm.
Yeah.
But I mean, especially with McDonald's. I mean, you could say about most fast food places.
It can go quick.
Once it's there, it's diminished. Like the lettuce will be soggy, and you lose that zazz.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do you guys want to hear Sarah's thoughts real quick?
Oh yeah,
let's hear
it. Delicious and not spelled correctly. Not completely.
Okay.
Not completely sold on the sauce. Love me some Mac sauce. It didn't taste as fake. Bun is nice. And def too big. The American.
Yeah, it is a big sandwich.
It is very big. I imagine it will
think it's
shrink.
Appropriate, TBH. I think it
lives up to its hype.
Yes,
as far as size. If I was afraid it was going to be some like wilted, flat, looking.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you open a fast food burger and you're just like,
great.
This is where my life is right now.
Yeah. I went
What's
to
that
Whole
famous
Foods and I got a
Robert
burrito
Downey
for $10, and I microwaved it in the wrapper.
Yeah. Oh.
And then the tortilla got all floppy and flippy, and so I had to heat up a skillet and harden it up. So
there you go.
I get it with food steaming
you
in
guys.
itself, and sometimes like crispy chicken. Like if you get like fried chicken, the fry will like get
soggy,
because it's like trapped in a box.
Yeah.
Wow, riveting.
Miguel, you love this content though. You share this content all the time to us. Food content.
I do it because I like to. I think it's funny to annoy you guys. And it's like if I share this one, it's like partly me hating what they're doing, and then it's also like, can you guys share in this hate with me?
You love it. You love to hate it.
I do love to hate it. I did send one to Ed the other day.
That shit, you dumbass. Like you hate.
Yeah, no. I sent one to Ed the other day, and I was like, I hate everything about this guy. No offense to whoever, I won't call him out. But I was
what
like,
was the completion rate on that video?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. It's probably pretty full. You know what I mean? For most people finish these videos, and I get it, but it's a lot of like hate watching. But it's just like the noises that they make, the faces that they make, the just everything. And it just. Now, okay, I was thinking about this recently. You know how years prior people would say like, "Oh, this is my Nana's famous meatball recipe" or whatever. Or it would be like some family secret recipe that we make. Okay, now everything is now we're trying the viral, and it's whatever insert whatever meal is. You know what I mean? It's like long are the days of like human, like purposeful interaction, and now it's all content. Anyway, thanks for listening to our podcast, you guys. We just ate the Big Arch from McDonald's, the viral Big Arch.
And we're not getting paid.
No, we did that shit for free.
Willingly.
We paid to do that. No, we're clearly doing it wrong. Someone commented on one of these videos, like, why do you have to eat like that? And this guy was like, I get paid to make these videos, so fuck you. And I was like, yeah, I get it.
I mean, touche.
What's crazy is like the complete like, yeah, man, I'm selling out. Like, just fucking watch and pay me. And
watch it or don't watch it.
The whole 90s thing was like, don't be a sellout, man. Like, fuck the man. And now it's like, oh, you got a contract deal. Good for you. And now it's like,
how do I get that?
Human authenticity. I mean, seriously, how do I get that in this economy? I'll do whatever you want. We'll call this the McDonald's podcast, or if you pay us. Let's see. You want 100,000, 300. Let's make it a 500,000 a year. We'll do whatever you want.
We'll do literally whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll eat McDonald's all the time.
And Ed was commenting on this video, the CEO, and of course the initial reaction was, wow, this guy looks like he hates this burger. He's calling it a product. This looks uncomfortable. How could they release this video and not think that this was going to do poorly? But then it's like sales of this burger have like skyrocketed since then. And it's like, it's got people talking. Here we are eating it. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I wanted to eat it before I saw the CEO.
No, Ed, you're not a fucking follower. So let's just say that, you're a trendsetter. But I just say that the push on the internet has just been like, well, fuck, now we got to get this burger. Now we got to try it. That was a silly
See what
video.
it's about.
Yeah.
It is a limited time only too, so hop on that train.
It's hella limited.
It'll be gone before you could say McRib.
Bingo. Probably by the time this podcast is out, even. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like people are getting sick from it or something.
Fuck, that was good. That was good, man. I could get another one for sure. You know?
Right now?
Cool. Right after this.
Or just in the yeah.
Why not?
No, I know. You gotta alter your little state of mind.
I'm so glad I got this Coke and these fries to wash it down.
See, I had a few fries. I stole some from Sarah's. Just but it's not something because more often than not the fries come home cold.
That's true.
Yeah.
These were a little chilly.
Like if I do any kind of side, it's going to be nuggets. McNuggets.
That's like
side
that's
protein.
like a meal, isn't it?
We're going to call it a side, aren't we?
So you can get a 4-piece. You can get a 4-piece.
You can get a little 4-piece.
It's like a little appetizer, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
cheeky.
Like on the side.
A little cheeky 4-piece.
A
Okay.
little cheeky 4-piece.
Yeah, my family likes to get a little 10-piece and we'll split it between them.
And split it. Yeah.
They should do a special where it's like we're just doing boot nuggets. Where every McNugget is a boot.
Is a boot?
Yeah, because those are the best ones, the boot-shaped nuggets.
You get a good dip. You get a good dip out of those. I don't know. I think they're all pretty good.
Thank you, Ed, for indulging us with McDonald's Arch Burger. Thank you, audience, for listening to our podcast, our 200th episode that just came out. Last week. Please take a listen. Also, we were incredibly wrong when we were talking about Warner Brothers last week. I just wanted to bring it up real quick because we were like, hey, yeah, Netflix is going to do it. I bought stock. I bought fucking this. I bought that. And then literally the next day, it's like Paramount won.
Yeah.
And so it's like, wow, how embarrassing. We were so confident.
We recorded the day before they announced that. So then, of course, our episode came out after the fact.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
I think I came out days after because I was so busy. Remember,
that's right.
Over the weekend. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I mean, I could give a fuck who it goes to. I wish they hadn't sold at all and just kept on trucking and stopped this bullshit of pretending like they're just trying to make a few people a little bit more wealthy.
This is the plan all along. David Zaslav to sell off Warner Brothers like this. I mean, I think as the time went on, I think I said it last week, but I was warming up to the fact of just hearing Ted Saranda speak and it going to Netflix. I know I was like a big proponent against it because of the theaters, but it got scary because of Paramount, where it's like, oh, there actually could be way more layoffs with Paramount than there would be with Netflix and Warner Brothers, where Netflix, they were starting to firm up on the whole, like, we will have movies in the 45-day window or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And they're trying to make these big moves, but they would keep it separate because we're like, oh, there's two different, like, business models, like that's the theater one and then we'd be the streaming one. And then, but Paramount and Warner Brothers, like the same. So it's like, what are you going to do? Have the same, I don't know, tax people? We got, that's going to be cut. You know what I mean? The same PAs, those are going to be cut. Salespeople cut. And so it's just going to be a lot of, I mean, I don't know. The deal isn't like 1000% done because obviously like the governments and things have to like approve of this. Not just federally, but state and like globally. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. Oopsie, our bad.
We don't get paid for that either, so it's like, don't worry about it.
You could probably take a bite of this McDonald's Arch Burger and be like, ugh, this is disgusting.
It's like, we are not a reputable podcast, okay?
Like, this is like for our taste and what we think. That's what you tuned in for.
This is like a book club, okay, for us and you, all right? And don't, take us seriously. Take us with a grain of salt, We love that.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Miguel.
Hell yeah.
Tell us what's going on with God of War.
Oh man. So it's a little bit old. But a week or so ago, we saw the very first image of Kratos and Atreus in the God of War series from Amazon and who's it? Paramount? And oh my God. Dude, he was like
Steven Escobar.
He was like, I'm 6 minutes late. Let me get on right now. Sorry, Steven. We were running late.
I felt bad.
No, forget. We were running behind. So yeah, how about fuck this God of War talk because it's late. It's old news anyway.
What God of War talk?
Yeah,
might as well finish the thought on that.
Just that they released the first image, and the internet kind of chewed it up. Kind of people were saying that they look like cosplaying the characters, and Ryan Hurst, the actor, he got on the internet and was like, "Don't believe everything you see."
What does that mean? Like, we wanted to promote a bad image. Don't believe everything you just saw.
Yeah, it was like, okay, definitely. Like, Amazon definitely released that photo officially, but I think he was implying, once the production is complete, it'll look a little different. It'll look a little cleaner. But we'll have to wait and see. We got another probably year until that comes out. Maybe later this year it comes out.
Later this year would be wild. I think.
Most likely next year. Excited for the game, the show a little bit because the game was so good. But of course, something Luis and I have been talking about is they're casting characters that were from the second game, and it's like, oh, okay, some of them showed up in the first game, but not all of them. And it's like, okay, hopefully we're not like merging the two stories too quickly.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to hold my breath. And
let's wait for that first trailer,
Hell yeah. Wait for that first trailer. But,
can I just burn through these real quick and then we get to Night Sim Kingdoms? That's fine.
There we go. Yeah. Steven, you just joined
to the people.
There we go.
I can come back.
No, you're too late.
I'm not interrupted. I can come back.
Stay.
Okay.
You better stay. Sorry, we were indulging so hard into this big Arch Burger that we couldn't stop talking. I couldn't stop talking. We couldn't stop talking. So we were running late. Oh yeah, I still have my fries. The burger's gone. Okay, so Godzilla Minus Zero is set to get an international IMAX distribution. Beautiful. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is getting resynced, whatever that means. What does that mean?
Oh, wait. No, that one I did want to talk about. What? But
I've never even heard of that term in the video game world.
Ubisoft did a whole breakdown of
it's an Assassin's Creed term.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you as the character in the simulation, you like sync up with the simulation. So this is their way of saying that they're going to, I got to say the right word, is it remaster or remake? The one that is you build it up from the ground again. They're doing that.
I think remake.
Yeah, remake. They're remaking one of the most popular Assassin's Creed games, Black Flag, the pirate game, Ed.
I love that one.
There you go. What a fun game that was. That was my very first Assassin's Creed, but also I think it was one of my very first like PlayStation 4 games.
Me too.
So it was just, it's a really fun game. It really holds up to today. And it's one of those things where it's like, ooh, all they have to do is remaster that or remake it. And I'm definitely going to pay full price to buy it again, because it was that fun. So, I just wanted to shout that out. They did mention a few other Assassin's Creed things, but that was the big one that was revealed today. So looking forward to that. Yeah.
Another reveal that happened a couple days ago was a scary movie. There's another one. I'm not talking about the 2000 version. It's 2026 version. Just playing, on all the latest scary films like Megan and Sinners and Weapons and more and more and things like that. Right. Funny guys. Yes. Any quick thoughts?
I was dead excited. I'll be honest.
I've never seen a scary movie, to be honest. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how I
saw a scary movie before I ever saw like a Scream movie. But it is. The first two were great. It kind of slid off. They started going PG-13
with the hand and things like that.
Yeah, that's the second one. But yeah, it's definitely that like era of comedy. And Marlon Wayans did an interview after the trailer dropped, just saying like, we're trying to bring back that kind of that style of comedy with this. And you've got all the original cast returning: Marlon Wayans, and Anna Faris, Sean Wayans, Regina Hall. Yeah, so it'll be exciting. For me anyway, I'll check it out in theater. If you guys don't, I like a good scary movie, and if this is like a R-rated one, kind of like back to the originals, I'm here for it.
Ed, I have to say, I equally was excited. I thought I first saw the trailer, like the bootleg trailer, because it hadn't come out on the internet yet. Yeah. And I thought it was funny when it released officially. I was kind of chuckling again. I thought it was a really good time. But then the internet was really eating up this trailer, dude. They were they were like, oh, wow, we're making these lame, tired jokes. They've fallen off. This is millennial cringe, like a lot of that. Like, and
I was gonna say they're gonna blame it on us,
I guess. And I was like, I don't know, man. I thought it was kind of funny, and it's like it's the same style of comedy they've always been doing, you know. So it's like if you're like, they're making these lame jokes, it's like I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of what they are. It's just kind of lame and it's just silly and
it does it on the nose, sure, whatever. But it's a vibe, you know. It's all you can say is like you're gonna smoke a little bit. Get silly with it. Don't take it too seriously. Absolutely not.
It's fun to like catch the movies that they're parodying, you know? It's
exactly.
Like, okay, 100%. What are we doing here? What are we trying to catch? So I don't know.
Luis, you should at least try and watch the first one just for funsies. You and Sarah. And I would also recommend like Not Another Teen Movie. That one's a great kind of spoof on
Chris Evans isn't in that
genre. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He is.
And it's hilarious. It's a great one. I don't know, but
that's great. I'm glad to hear. Regina Hall and Anna Faris are like comedic geniuses. If you haven't seen those two movies, you're missing out because they are flawless. I mean, they are 100% hilarious. The two of them are awesome, and they're in like I think the first three. Watch it for them alone. I can't wait for them to come back.
Agreed.
Didn't Anna Faris go to the Juilliard school? Let's see,
the Juilliard.
The Juilliard. That's how you know she's like what is this?
No, she went to Julie's yard.
Julie's yard. Her friend Julie's yard.
Yeah.
I thought she was big. She did something. I don't know what it is. Oh well.
That one is coming out June 12th, by the way.
Let's go see it. Fuck it.
Let's.
Luis's birthday.
Yeah, my birthday. Actually, what's coming out on my birthday was something.
No, it doesn't matter. It's Scary Movie 6.
Sorry.
Did you say, oh, yeah, my birthday?
Okay, so they just dropped a new, the first trailer for Lanterns. You get to see one guy fly away. It's like serious. It's like they got the team from True Detective and Ozark to come in and do it. But it's not the first 3 seasons of True Detective. He did True Detective Night Country. And then they did somebody else, 2 more people. I should have looked this up before, but I was trying to go really quickly. But it definitely feels like we are grounding this shit. It's a new kind of story, it feels like, but keeps the lore of it.
So they're not going to have like things coming out of their rings.
Oh, they're going to have rings, but
for sure.
It's probably going to be like
things coming out of their rings.
Watchmen, where it was like
sure. Okay.
Also, it has Chris Mundy, who is the guy who did True Detective and Ozark. Also, Damon Lindelof. He did he did Watchmen. He did the Watchmen show. Yeah, thank you. I was about to get exactly that's why I went to ha ha ha. He also did The Leftovers and The Lost and the show Mrs. Davis, which I hear actually is really funny. Anyway,
that was really fun. I really like that show.
Some big,
that was so slept on.
Big guns. You like that show?
I like that show.
All right,
Miss Davis was great.
This is going to be a great episode because Steven's on a hell of a delay, so we're going to have a great time as he responds a little bit late. But this is what magic is made out of. Look, hold on. Let's do this for the audience so they get to hear what's going on.
Maybe I should come back.
Steven, I'm going to clap, and then I want you to tell me when you hear the clap, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Now.
Refresh your
window. Do it again.
Refresh your
window.
I
didn't hear it at all. I hear you, but I don't hear the clap.
Beautiful.
That was wild.
Oh, this is amazing.
I couldn't even hear the clap.
Okay, we can't refresh.
I'm going out. I'm coming back in. I'm going out. I'm coming back in.
This episode is brought to you by Riverside. It's a beautiful app where you program where you can capture your podcast in a crisp and clean way. I always brag about Riverside. I think it's far superior than Zoom as far as podcast stuff goes. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Miguel, you just recently saw this like 2 days ago, right?
I did, and I'm happy to talk about it the moment Steven gets back. I don't want him to miss a single bit of conversation.
I don't want to. You better not close your eyes. How does that song go? I don't want to miss a thing because I miss you, baby.
Baby, and I don't want to miss a thing.
There we go. Okay.
Dude, I
Well,
love
that
it.
was from the Criterion Collection film Armageddon, was it not?
That's right.
Yeah,
Ed,
sure.
You're the Criterion head. You got to.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Okay, sorry. Took me a long time, so I'm hoping that's a good
Let's do a
sign.
clap test.
Okay,
Okay, here we go. 3, 2.
I'll do
1.
it. Now. Is it a mega delay?
I think this is. Yeah, there's a mega delay, but I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to keep our wits to ourselves here. We're going to go in order of
Oh, I lost you completely now.
we're going to go from Ed, Miguel, you. Okay, so Miguel will talk. Give it a little breather, and then Steven will talk. Okay. Heads up, Steven
Okay.
Escobar's network connection updated. Nothing you have to do. Okay, Ed, you saw this. I saw this, but I want you to take the helm of the discussion. Night of the Seven
good.
Kingdoms.
Good.
What's it all about?
What's it all about? It tells the tales of a whole century before Game of Thrones. Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire Egg wandered through Westeros while the Targaryen dynasty ruled the Iron Throne, and dragons were still remembered. This one basically follows their coming together, joining teams, joining forces, or whatever. So Duncan becoming a knight, as it were, and finding out who little Egg is. Yeah, I got onto this after there was much a buzz. I had kind of just written it off. I'm kind of like at that stage with Game of Thrones everything right now. I don't need 50 fucking shows about it. They betrayed me by ending the original series so horribly, and I feel like House of Dragon has been slow and somewhat lackluster. But so anyway, I got onto this. I caught up real quick, literally in 2 days, I think it was, and it was fun. I enjoyed the singular storytelling. Like, it stays almost solely on these two characters, and more so Sir Duncan the Tall. The episodes are nice and short, which I appreciated. It was like an adjustment compared to Game of Thrones, where especially with House of the Dragon, episodes have been circling around like an hour or so each episode. So this was nice and light. You didn't have to worry about anything going on in the outer world. You just solely focused on this journey. Basically, we're seeing Sir Duncan arrive at like a tourney, so you can partake for the first time as a knight, a newly knighted knight, and Egg just kind of latches on like a little leech.
Yeah? Okay.
And yeah, like it was fun. It was fun characters. I thought there was some interesting little ditties here and there, and there's some good action towards the end. But yeah, I think as far as the show, I guess more so the world of Game of Thrones goes, I would say it's just like a nice switch, a nice change of pace where everything isn't quite as serious, and it does feel like just like a good old folk tale, as it were. And they definitely play that up a bit. So, overall, I enjoyed it. I had some nitpicky things, but let's hear what you guys thought about it.
Yeah, I read the book. About a year ago, yesterday. I mean, not yesterday. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, wait, hold on. Did you not know that I read this book? What?
No, of course I did. You told us. What's that?
So I read the book and I watched the
Talking
show. What do you think about this? No, I read it. Steven recommended it to me, and so much so that he actually beautifully sent me the book, a hardcover, because he's like, you got to look at the pictures and everything like that, because that's how I read. I look at picture books, and no, but it was beautifully done, illustrated, and the story was really fun. And I kind of like novellas are like that, are easier for me to digest because I feel like I can complete things. That's why long games are scary to me. That's why I like playing Blitz on Fortnite. I like things that are easily digestible in that way, except for long movies. Either way, I read the books and I watched the show, and I felt like I was having such a blast because it felt like it brought the books to life for me. And I'm not like much of a book reader person in general, as far as like I'm reading the books and then I'm watching the show or watching the movie.
Right.
So I really get to have that kind of experience. But it was, and some of the dialogue was kind of like ripped from it. And I was like, holy shit, I remember reading that and having this like the same feeling of watching it. They added obviously more to it. This thing could have been, easily like a kind of like a movie, I guess, if they wanted to, because it's a pretty short story. But I think they appropriately added stuff to it. They really tried to discern themselves away from Game of Thrones, and you can see that almost immediately when the title card tried to come up and they tried to play the music and then it got cut short with like farting or some shit like that. And so I like how the title card just starts and gets you going. It feels like we're in the same universe, but just a different story, different experience. It feels more focused, especially when you have all these other stories where your attention is split, which is great if you're into that kind of stuff. And actually, like, a thing that pulls people into the show in the first place was it's such a sprawling story with interconnectivity of relationships. And this one just being so intimate and small and short, not just episodes wise, but running time wise. I don't know. It's just a different flavor and taste. It almost feels like now it's like a genre in into itself. You have superhero movies, you have Western movies, then you have like Game of Thrones content where it's just
medieval.
Like, yeah, exactly. Medieval. I mean, obviously you have medieval fantasy. That's what Game of Thrones is, but more specifically to Game of Thrones. And who knows what else can happen? Stephen will know more. But Miguel, what were your thoughts on?
Yeah, you guys kind of said the things, basically all the things I was going to say. I'm in the same boat. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love that it was short. Hell yeah, dude. I was home from work on Monday and I just kind of like sat in bed and watched 4 of them, almost 4 full ones. And initially when you guys first were like, I think we're going to do Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I was like, fuck. Like, I'm not going to catch up on that show in time. How do I tell them I'm not going to be able to do that? And then I was like, oh, wait, they're only 30 minutes. I forgot about that. And it was just like, okay, I can do this. It
flies by. Yeah.
It goes by very quickly. And it helps that it is a lot of fun. It is very centrally focused. So you don't have to like remember 10 million things from episode 1 to get to the end. It's nice. It's easy. I had a lot of fun with it. I did a couple of things that like, one thing that I didn't like and one thing that I'm worried about. So, the actor that plays Egg is perfect. Both of them are great. I love both of them. And the thing that I'm worried about with a show like this is, fuck, if you guys don't hurry and record another season, I don't know how the story goes, if it means he grows up in the story or not. You're shaking. He does grow up in the story, so it's not a big deal. Okay, then maybe it's not a big deal. But
we need him to end at a man. He's a man at the end, so we got to hurry.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, then never mind. Then they'll age him up. Then he's only going to be in this for 1 season, I bet.
Yeah,
maybe 2. Then
we're gonna go 12 seasons. Just go 12 seasons. Let him become a 20-year-old man.
That's what they want, right? They want to do long 10 seasons or something like that. Yeah. They're like, fuck it.
Well, good. Let him. This kid was great. I really enjoyed both of them. I love that. Ed, what's that accent that Dunk has? What's that?
That's Irish. He's just Irish.
Just straight Irish. Man, yeah. I thought that was some sort of like dialect of your people, Ed, but
he's Irish.
They like to think it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just this kind of like, it's kind of like this goofy
in Ireland.
This goofy sounding voice, and he's just like this big tall oaf, and I think that's a lot of fun. And then Egg, I spent the entire first couple episodes being like, yeah, this kid's definitely a Targaryen. You know what I mean? Like, they try to like play it off like, no, he who is he? And it's like literally every chance they mention a Targaryen, he's like,
you also got kind of leaked about it. Remember one time Steven sent a little meme?
Oh no!
It probably went into your system, and you were like, it happened.
I know visual language. Okay, Luis. Like, I know.
Yeah, the book.
Media literacy
You're like,
is through the roof.
I remembered that from like when they announced it, because like Egg is mentioned throughout the show, and Sir Duncan the Tool.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
original Game of Thrones show.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Grand Maester at the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
He was like a relative, right?
Yeah. His death scene was so great. When he dies in the show, his last words are to Egg. He thinks he's a kid again. He says, Egg, Mama's calling. He's trying to talk to Egg. He thinks he's a kid again.
Right.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
So compared to this show, is he the drunk?
No, the eldest is the drunk. Darren's drunk. He's the third. There's 4 kids. There's Darren, the drunk. There's Bright Flame, the Arion, the asshole. The third one is Master Aemon, and the last one's Egg.
Wait,
he wasn't in the show.
Yeah, Master Aemon at the blind maester at the wall in Game of Thrones is his older brother, his Egg's older brother.
Wait. We haven't met him at the bar who was like sleeping.
No, we didn't see him at all on the show because he's at Old Town. He's in Old Town studying at university, basically. To be a maester is like getting a degree, so he's off at university.
Right. Okay, I kept wondering, like, did I miss that, or I was blanking on his name? Yeah, okay.
Cool. I have a question, follow-up. I'm sorry about this lore stuff. There's like too many Aegons, but it makes sense because there's a lot of like Henrys and Richards and things like that.
Yeah, it's a monarchy.
But like, for me, it's hard to keep track of like what Aegon is this, because right in 100 Thieves and what's House of the Blood?
House of
the Dragon.
100
House of the
Thieves.
Dragon. There's Aegon, right? Because he's like the little I'm Aegon. But he's afraid to do it. And then there was an Aegon before him who was Aegon the Conqueror.
Yes.
Who was a badass.
Yes.
So this is the second egg. That House of the Dragon is the second Aegon.
Yes.
And then this egg is the third Aegon?
This Aegon is the 5th Aegon. There is a third Aegon after House of the Dragon, and then there is a 4th Aegon who not just died, but he died just recently before the show. The 4th Aegon is like one of the worst kings ever. He's called Aegon the Unworthy. He's a piece of shit. There's 5. Little Egg is 5. Aegon 5.
Wow.
I think he might be the last Aegon. He's the last one until I guess Jon Snow. But
do we see Aegon? We don't see this Aegon in Game of Thrones.
No.
Because
the Mad King
it's been 100 years.
Yeah, the Mad King is Egg's son. So he is Daenerys' grandfather.
I knew that because they say it in the show.
The Mad King is Daenerys' daughter.
No, the Mad King is Daenerys' dad. Yeah.
Are you? Did you have too many French fries?
He's eating too much.
This is so good. It's in a good place. This burger. Okay.
Yeah.
I also thought the casting of Aegon was good because there's one part where he's looking at himself in the mirror, and I was kind of like, oh, he kind of looks like Daenerys, the actress that plays Daenerys, and I was like, oh wow, it's like you could tell that they built the Targaryens around her, you know?
Yeah. No, he definitely has the look, and seeing him in real life with like when his hair was long, I mean, like it's very blonde. Naturally, his name is Dexter Sol Ansel, by the way. He plays Egg, and Peter Claffey plays Duncan.
Question about Duncan. Mostly for, I'm curious about y'all too, but for Steven, when you saw him, obviously great performer and all that, but when you saw him first in the episode, did you think that he was the right size for the role?
I think he is, but I realized how much of the world is so fantastical when I read the book, because in my mind he is like towering over people, and he was tall, but he wasn't like I was picturing like I don't know, Mao, or Yao, like I was picturing Shaq, I was picturing a man that has to lean down to talk to you. And that's fine. I get that that's hard to do because you have to find a big guy who's also a good actor, and that's so hard. So I get it. I'm not, But
he's got to ride a horse at the end of the day.
But I picture like the mountain. He's supposed to be like the mountain, just like too big. I mean, just
like in the book, they were saying like, oh well, you can you can easily beat somebody in a face-off because you just swing your arm and then you'll just knock them out. Yeah. With your size, you just do one swing, and so the way that they set it up, it really makes you feel like you said Shaq mountain level kind of thing. And I felt like they were trying to clue you in with that when he like hits his head on the roof or things like that, or kind of getting him paired with like shorter people.
Yeah. In the Baratheon, the Prince Baratheon, whatever.
The Laughing Storm.
he makes a comment about him. He's like, "Oh, I thought he would be taller," and it's Steven's point about like the, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like the story is he's this big mountain of a man, but it's like in real life, it's like, well, maybe he's just tall because people are kind of short, you know?
Right. Fair enough. Exactly. It's the story gets bigger and bigger in the telling. Yeah.
Right. He becomes supernatural, you know?
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah. That's good.
What do you think of the show, Steven?
I loved the show. I have a problem because I love all the shows. I love anything George does. He writes sci-fi. I love it too. He really just speaks my language is why I love it. We spend so much time with them just being, which is what I love. This one is so different from all the other stories because all the other stories are political or historical. Or historical. I love that. They all are political. They all contain some element of machination or a attempt to control, even if it's for security. Like in House of Dragon, a lot of what Allison's doing is for security, not for ambition. You see the consequences of people's ego and pride and desire to be great. Not in this. Dunk is like the opposite. He's like he just wants to hang out. He just wants to eat. And it's so hard for them. It's so hard for them to exist in this world, and we get to see it through just Dunk and Egg, just making an egg. This is what I love. Even when I'm reading the books, A Song of Ice and Fire, George's like the Game of Thrones series, he describes food all the time. He describes a lot of lounging. He describes a lot of just being, but you got to take all that for a visual medium. So in the visual medium, they just rush you through. You don't want to bore people like Ed with life, so you got to rush through the action and simple. No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying. But no, you got to rush through to keep people's attention. So they take out a lot of the food and the dancing and the just being and talking and hanging out. In this one, it's almost purely that. Broken up by moments of action and extreme violence. So much of George R. R. Martin is like an anti-Tolkien in a way, where his fantasy world does not love you. It's trying to kill you actively. Whereas Tolkien's world, like honorable men succeed and evil men are dressed in black, and not here. And here, someone you love will stab you in the back or you'll die of an infection. Dunk is like a Tolkien insert almost for me, where his honor is unwavering. He may be simple and naive, and maybe that's where it comes from, but this is a good man with the physical strength to protect himself from being run over by this machine. With the addition of Egg on his team, he now has the intelligence to keep himself from getting run over by this machine. So the two of them are able to keep virtue and nobility and honor and all these things that knights are supposed to be that people never are in Westeros because they can't. He can keep that. He can keep his soul clean and pure. And we get, like, almost for the first time in Westerosi history, a noble man. Like, we get just actually a good man who succeeds. Because Ned Stark's a noble man and he dies. That's one of the reasons why Jaime is such an asshole, is because he's learned this. So he doesn't want to be a noble man anymore, even though he has a conscience and he knows it's wrong. He puts on the act of everyone else. He's going to be as mean as the hound. He's going to be as mean as the mountain, because it's the only way to survive. Dunk never has to compromise this. Dunk is always going to be, I don't know if this is a spoiler or anything, but he's a good guy. This is who he is. And him and his nobility and honor helps keep Egg clean. Just like what Daron was trying to tell him. We'll make a man out of him, sure. In no time, I'm sure. Yeah. This is a dark world that ruins people's souls, not just their lives, but their mentalities. Think about Arya. Think about who she was in the beginning, excited to be, and who she was at the end. This is Sansa. This is what it does. It tries to ruin you. It destroys your soul. And Dunk and Egg together as a team protect each other's soul. And so I want 12 seasons because there's nothing we couldn't do. As long as they're hanging out, as long as they're wandering, as long as they're communicating, I feel like I'm so happy. Which is what I said when I came on last time when we talked about it, and you guys were like, "Hey, they're making a Dunk and Egg thing," and I was like, it's light, it's comical, it's simple, it's just a wandering through Westeros, and you could do thousands of these episodes. You don't ever have to stop as long as you can come up with a new scenario for them to go. Oh, they're in Dorne. They ran up against pirates are trying to take over. Hey, Dunk, we need your help. You can do this forever. and all it is about his nobility and his honor and how it doesn't break. He constantly, like when he apologized to Breakspear when Baylor's dying in his arms after the battle, and he's like he's apologizing, he still feels like guilty, and this is who he is. His mind worries about the innocent. His mind worries about other people. He doesn't want to be a burden or a problem. He just wants to help, and this is not the world for that. And so he's going to struggle to keep that goodness in him. But him and Egg together can keep it, and that's why I love this. I just love hanging out with them. I just like being with them. They're my favorite.
Well, first off,
I feel like you're ready to explode. I'm ready.
Yeah. First off, I just want to say it's so refreshing to have Steven on to talk about the world of Game of Thrones, because it's like, yeah, dude, it's just like, it's electrifying. And you have such a clear understanding of all these characters that even when like when I'm in it, but then like when I'm not watching the show, I'm not reading as much, and it's like I kind of have to be reminded, and it's like it's so fun to have Steven talk about it, because it's like you have such a clear vision of every character, and you're sitting here going like, there's a reason why Jamie's like this, and it's like, oh fuck, now I'm thinking about Jamie. Yeah, there is a reason why Jamie's like that. Like, and you're totally right. And Ned Stark, the honorable man.
Are we about to watch Game of Thrones again?
I've been saying it. I've been saying it to my wife. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to do this again. And maybe just with this, and then the next season of House of Dragon, maybe it's just like, yeah, I just kind of want to do it all because it's such a tasty world to live in. But one of the things I was thinking about while you guys were talking is, in the books it says it's this one way, but the visual medium has to be a little bit different. And it's like, I wonder if the season 1 is Dunk like feeling like I'm ready to be a knight, but just he's not actually there yet. And it's like this idea of him being like this strength, you know what I mean? I'm wondering in the seasons to come of where it's like you're going to start to see him just be like this, maybe not tall mountain, but like a force. Yeah. And like where he got the shit beat out of him in episode 5, and come season 2 or 3, he's going to be the one that's like that kind of like where like Superman, where bullets are just pinging off of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. He's famous. Like his book, his 4 pages for Sir Duncan the Tall he's the most like celebrated Kingsguard of all time. He kills some beasts. Like he's going to do this again and again and again and again. He goes toe to toe with some monsters and he wins. That's what he does. So yeah, you're right. He goes toe to toe with.
And there's only 3 of these little
only 3
stories, right?
Yeah, there's only 3. So they're gonna once they're done with, and then we have the. See, again, like Ed is saying, he's sick of the Game of Thrones world. You're not sick of the Game of Thrones world. You're sick of the Game of Thrones world without George R.R. Martin in it. When he's gone, it's bad. So season 2 of House of the Dragon, you didn't like it because he wasn't there. You didn't like it after season 5 because he wasn't there. So they've got 3 stories of his that are going to be good, and then we can start to go. Let's hope someone else can fill this in. Because
I think
you got 3 of it.
I think I heard that he also like shared other stories that he hadn't written, right?
Yeah.
Like, so he's given them a blueprint for his character.
Yes. Yeah, and we know how it ends. We know how Dunk and Egg finished their whole lives. So we can, that would be the last season. I guess you could just finish it.
How do we know because of what happened in Game of Thrones? It was already spoiled, or?
So there are no. George R. R. Martin has. It says low. George R. R. Martin has books, like history books of Westeros. So and they read like history books. Like on the 13th year of the 15th, these people marched across the shore where they found this and they set up this castle. It's just history, and that's in there. The Dunk and Egg. And then he goes through all the kings. So it's like Egg on the 5th did this, Egg on the 5th did this, Egg on the 5th did this, and then he died on the blank. Then it was pen over to the next son. It goes down to Viserys, the bad king. It does stuff like that. I get a sign that says low device storage. Device storage running low. You should stop recording free device data. Should I go out and come back? It just keeps popping.
I don't know.
Or should I ignore it?
I don't know. I think let's. I guess let's ignore it. I don't know. Okay. I think it records backups. Okay. So if we lose you, we lose you. But hopefully we won't.
I'm okay. I just really want to tell you 3 this. I mean, to be honest. Yeah. I can't talk.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, and I was a little, I was trying to get ahead of it for this week on the podcast, but like while I was watching an episode, I texted Steven. I was like, hey, remind me about this character and this character. And then what I was hoping is I was going to spark this like Steven thing where it's like, I'm going to be talking to him for an hour on the phone. Like, give me all this information. I'm going to have all my fucking homework done right now,
Dang, I should have. I've been off my phone a lot. Another family caravan came through, so I got a whole house full of people.
That's fair.
And whenever that happens, I go dark because I can't.
I get it. No,
the stores take
I
energy.
it's exciting because now it's like I kind of want to read these books.
They're so short.
I read
They're
the
very
first
short.
I read the first Song of Fire and Ice book, and I kind of want to do those as well. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just kind of want to do it where I just kind of get back into that world.
I just love them so much. Yeah, I reread that third book, The Storm of Swords, is one of the greatest books I've ever read in my entire life. I read that one often. I go back to that one. That's so much fun.
Is that a Duncan Egg one?
No. That's you've seen it all because it's Game of Thrones season 3 and 4. It's like the Hound and Arya, the death of Joffrey, the Red Wedding. Like you've seen it, but it's that book. It happens chapter by chapter. Like the Red Wedding happens, then Joffrey dies, then Arya gets. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's nuts.
That's why he's
so
like, I can't follow up with that. I can't follow that.
Yeah, no, I get why he's stuck. I can't even finish my book and I'm stuck. Like I get why he's stuck.
He's not gonna.
Yeah. I don't know how you
Steven, you were talking about George R.R. Martin, how you love him. Do you have any interest in the video game Elden Ring?
Oh yeah, I hear it's really, really hard though, and I'm the worst at video games. So I've been avoiding it because I have Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 2. My nephew left one of them here. Dark Souls. Is that Elden Ring? I don't know. I don't know the difference. Maybe I'm thinking of Dark Souls. I don't know.
Well, I think they're the same. Like they're Souls-like, right?
Yeah,
it's like a Souls-like game, and so they kind of follow this the same kind of mechanics. But I only bring it up because George R. R. Martin wrote the story with someone else. Yeah, he penned it with someone. So you said, "I want to be in this world." I mean, what a perfect way to be in that world than to play Elden Ring.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's on the list then. Okay, thank you for telling me that. I'm so excited now. Okay,
that was like a big like selling point for when it was coming out. Was just like had a great game designer, developer, and George R. R. Martin coming together. Like, how can this game not be good? And then it was like game of the year and blah 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 blah. I haven't played it because I also heard it was very hard and also is a long ass game. But I know you're not afraid of length. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You take
me and all of Sir Arlen's horrors.
I
ain't afraid of length.
My God, that was like I didn't even know they could get that big. Like
I don't know if they can.
That is like a tree limb. It was
that poor man.
That's how they got Penny Tree.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah. My God, how do you ride that horse? You know?
Yeah, right.
I did love talking about the show and Sir Arlen of Penny Tree, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I loved that he was also not that great of a guy until Honor called, you know, and then
that's what I was gonna say.
Like when they did the flashback to Dunk as a kid with I'm blanking on her name right now, but his friend.
Oh yeah.
And they're about to get beat up, and then like he bursts out of the bar and is like, unhand him, and like, you know, gets a good hit in, and then like yaks all over the floor, and it's like you can see why Dunk looks up to him because one, he saved him, but also he has this like honorable sense of like you got to look out for your fellow man. But then he's also just kind of like a drunk, like an old man drunk. And he's just like this, I don't know, a pretty fascinating character. I also loved how they wove him through like Dunk's arc throughout the show. Yeah. And like anytime he was like kind of knocked unconscious or something like that really great, when he was like, get up, you know, when he was like in the season episode 5. But what I really loved was at the very end when, you know, Egg shows up and is like, I'm going to squire for you. And then there's that shot of them riding off. And then like Sir Arlen is like riding behind them until he like trails off. He steers to the left. I guess I'm a sucker for shit like that. But like, I was choked up when that happened. I was like, oh God, that was so good. And it was like this memory of Arlen is leaving Dunk, you know, but it's also, it feels like as though Arlen is saying like, I can finally let you go now. Like, I didn't want to knight you because he has that line like, why didn't you knight me? Because you were afraid I was going to leave. And it's like this great moment of like, now I can let you leave. Like now I'm okay with it, even though it's like the spirit or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I love that.
Exactly. And I was just, oh man, I loved.
No, that was a beautiful scene. They go with the hedges and he goes back to his tree. I liked that. They stayed along with the shrub and he went to the tree. He's going to get his penny down. I love that. I like that a lot. This is, it has to be done with love or George's works don't work if they're not done with care for with love for the characters, even if they're freaks, they're monsters. Like you have to love them, or if you can't empathize with them, or you can't write it. I think George R. R. Martin's been super happy. Everything he said has been ecstatic about the show. So I have hope. If he's good, I'm good. That's what I've learned. That's the pattern.
Yeah.
Every time he complains, a month later, I'm mad about the show. Every time. So I keep my ear to him. But I love that about Arlen Pentry, though, that you were saying. No one remembers him, and he's going around. He won no tournaments. He has no glory. He has no great wars. But look at when Dunk says, "We'll show them what his hand has wrought." Look at the man he raised, though. Look at this honorable boy. And sure, Dunk was good before, but Arlen didn't ruin. Like they say, the world tries to ruin you. Arlen didn't mess him up. Arlen showed him clearly good examples that he's that in love with Arlen, that he looks up to him, that he calls him honorable. All these things we have not seen. Arlen was that man. So even though he didn't have fame and glory, it's like Luis, you pointed out once when Viserys in House of the Dragon said, they're singing no songs about you. They when there's no glory, there's no fame. Is this not a problem? And Sir Strong the hand of the King Strong tells him, no, that's a good thing here, Chris. You've lived a good life and a calm life and a peaceful life. The fame and the glory, that's a trick. That's for kids to dream about. That's not what makes a knight a knight or a man. And I loved that about Pennytree, about Sir Arlen, that we don't know and knew him. But he clearly had a good character that Dunk saw. He saw it every day, and he wants to live up to that character. I love that. And we don't get to see it either, I guess. We'll see bits and pieces, but I like that a lot. We're learning about him from Dunk. There was an example, like a son, like a father from a son. You see a bad kid, they got a bad parent.
Yeah, I never want there to be a show where we see young Sir Arlen ever. I think, where we see it's like, oh, how did he get all fucked up? And why is he a drunk, but he's still honorable and all these things? Like, I think, we all know why he's a drunk, because life is hard and you deal with a lot of traumatic and fucked up shit. So yeah, that's probably not the hardest thing to figure out why. What's that?
His nephew just died. The battle of, I can't remember, just happened right before. Yeah, so he's drinking his fucking mind gone because he had to bury his nephew. But yeah, I agree with you. But that's part of the earth. Yeah,
the whole life thing. It's like you're living like in a world that is like destroying you. We don't need to see a man get destroyed. Like we kind of get it already, and so it's nice to see the opposite end of it. And I hope that they film just HBO or someone. Like, I know we're in tumultuous times, the whole Warner Brothers deal, and I'm sure they don't know where budgets are going to go where. But man, if they could film season 2 and 3 back to back, that would be pretty dope. Awesome. But again, I mean, this is a question where I feel like he will age up by season 3. Like, how old is he right now? Anybody know?
Oh, I don't know.
Seems like the actor himself.
Yeah.
I have it pulled up.
Because when that voice drops, it is going to create a different feeling of the character, because he does a very sweet look.
Yes,
it doesn't say.
This is why I like it, though. The aging up, I expect them to age up, and I want them to age up because the whole point, or for me, what I love about it is Dunk and Egg as best friends. The reality is that Egg's in charge, not where they are right now because he's a squire.
Right.
But I mean, Egg Egg could just tell him to go jump in a lake and he'd have to do Egg's already in charge. He's already a man for all intents and purposes. As he gets up and up and up and up, the goal is going to be to see how well he still obeys how do you obey your knight, your master? Because even though you have all this power and stuff, this is a discipline lesson. This is a lesson in discipline. So as he ages and they get more and more equal, he's still going to look up to him. He's still going to respect him the way, Dunk respected Arlen. So eventually I want to get to the seasons where we're dealing with just 2 grown men having a blast wandering through Westeros, when he's not a squire anymore. And he brings him in to the Kingsguard and everything. He brings him in. I want to see that these 2 men become men together, not just a kid.
Wow, that'd be pretty.
That's good. But I want to watch them because they become best friends when they're grown men. They're just best friends. I want to see that. So we have to get there eventually. I want to see it grow, little by little by little by little, change away from just Dunk and his little Egg. I want to watch Egg grow up to become Aegon.
Then let's be Grogu and the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, don't just keep going on and on and on with eternal.
Right. Well, Grogu can stay young, I guess, forever because those things last forever. He was 9 years old when they filmed in 2014.
Grogu?
Dexter, Soul Ansel, who plays
2020, 2024, you mean?
2014? Wait, what? Oh, he was born in 2014. My bad.
I was like,
oh, wow.
Wait,
He's
2024. Yeah, so he was 9 years old when they cast and filmed it. He's 11 now. I'm sure they're going to be in production soon, so he'll be like 11-ish, 12-ish for it.
Raymond was Stefan Squire. He was a grown man too. The Fossways, the apples, the green apple and the red apple. The red apple, the green apple was his Squire. He's a grown man. Yeah, that's what happens.
I like that.
You just be a grown man, Squire. I want to see him ordering around this little prince. Go get my saddlebag.
Yeah.
Go get it. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see this grown man tell another grown man to do something.
Yeah,
because then it'll flip when he's
clout you in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll give you a clout in the air.
Yeah,
I want to see it. And then eventually, when they're grown, when he's king and he's his king's guard, he'll command him around. Hey, go over there, get that thing for me. This is just revenge,
or I'll clout you in the air.
I'll clout you in the air. Yeah.
I've been meaning to say this. Yo, the 2 Kingsguard that showed up with the Targaryens. Okay, I don't care about the characters, dude. That armor was clean, dude. Wow. I could not believe, like, when Baratheon is king in Game of Thrones and the Kingsguard has like this, it's like white with a little bit of gold like in it, and these guys, they looked like I don't know how to like Power Rangers or something. It was just like these very like clean armor, it's like they looked invincible but also very pretty.
Very pretty. Yes.
But
that's what the Laughing Storm says, right? He says, "I can't wait. I wouldn't pass up an opportunity to dirty up their pretty white cloaks."
Yeah, it's like
nice and clean, no battle, huh?
How did they not get any dirt on them? Yeah, I guess that's the story they're telling. But it's just like, wow, even just standing there, that must have been so hard.
I agree. You're just filming it, yeah.
All this fucking mud, but
yeah,
a great skin to have for Fortnite if they,
please, I'm into it.
Come on, Epic Games. So Duncan Egg. That they're gonna put Egg in like one of those robot suits though, so he's tall. They're gonna put him in a freaking
so
on a horse.
This is a dumb question because it's only 100 years before Game of Thrones, but dragons don't exist anymore, right? But you said earlier you remember the dragons because
when Arlen Penetry was a kid, he saw the Last Dragon.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Trying to place that during the show.
Sir Arlen. He saw the Last Dragon.
What dragon did he see? Do you remember?
It's called the Last Dragon. It doesn't have a name. It's called the Last Dragon.
You are the last dragon.
Yeah, and it's like a little tiny. It's like a cat.
Oh, it doesn't grow up to be a big dragon?
No, they all get smaller and smaller and smaller.
But
from Valerian on down.
Tyrion says that in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And by the time you got to the end, it was no bigger than a cat skull. Yeah,
that's right.
They get smaller.
So who was the last dragon rider then?
They die under Aegon 3. I think the dragons die under Aegon 3, and Aegon 3 refuses to ride a dragon. And I couldn't tell you any more about that, but Aegon 3 does not like, he's called Dragon's Bane, and he does not like dragons. So it's like, yeah. And so he did not ride one, but that would be Egg's great grandfather. Okay. I mean, yeah.
You also like it. At some point they get too tiny to ride.
Absolutely. At some point they're just trying to get those eggs to hatch, and they won't hatch until Daenerys hatches eggs. Yeah. So the last dragon's it's nothing. It doesn't grow.
Ooh. Remember that ice dragon? So they also mentioned the 9 kingdoms. Any thoughts about this?
That was the thing I wanted to complain about earlier, but Steven's ready to go.
What are you talking? I want to ask Egg, and George must have been part of this, so I want to ask him, what are you talking about? And my beef with it is the definition of the word kingdom, okay? When Aegon lands, there are 7 crowns, okay? 5 kings and 2 queens. That's 7 kingdoms, okay? 7 kingdoms. Then he lands crowns himself and calls this the 8th kingdom. And then he goes on to conquer 6 out of those 7 kingdoms. That is 7 kingdoms, okay? That's 7 kingdoms. The 8th kingdom is unconquered. Where in the world are they getting 9 kingdoms from? Are they trying to say that there are 9 regions and they use the word kingdoms instead of regions? Because to me, the kingdom has a crown, and there are not 9 kings in Westeros, and there never have been. I don't know what they're talking about. I think they're just counting regions, like on a map. I don't know why.
They're just trying to be funny.
Yeah, or they're just trying to be funny, but I'll give you 8 kingdoms. There are 8 kingdoms, maybe, but there are no way there's 9 kingdoms. And they counted. I'll tell you why. I know the mistake everyone's going to make. The Iron Islands, where the Greyjoys are from, and the Riverlands, where Catelyn Tully's from, that was 1 kingdom. That's not 2 kingdoms. That's 1 kingdom with 1 king. That's conquered by Aegon. 1 kingdom. That's it. That's not 2 kingdoms, the Rock and the Riverlands. No. That's Harren the Black. That's the king of Rock and River. So that is not 9 kingdoms, unless they're defining kingdoms differently. But when I heard that, I couldn't believe it. I was like, George okayed this? George doesn't. What do you mean?
Could it be that he? I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, maybe.
I mean, it sounds like he's right, Luis. Okay.
No. What I'm saying, are we saying that Egg doesn't know?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, why would Egg say that? And Egg is so smart, so educated. I'm stunned he would say that unless he's counting, regions. He's saying there are 9 regions. And he's counting kingdoms.
Stephen, I'm not as passionate as you are about this, but I will tell you the complaint that I had was at the end when they changed the title card to House of Knight of the 9 Kingdoms, because I was like, are we about to change the title of the show? I hate that. Last year it was the Thunderbolts / and then they changed it to New Avengers. That Tom Cruise movie, Edge of Tomorrow, that was a branding thing that they ended up branding it Live, Die, Repeat. And it's just like, I hate when it's like you have already presented this show, this story, like just call it what it is.
Yeah. No, they're just
with the exception of like Marvel's Falcon and Winter Soldier, and at the very end they called it Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or whatever, because he had become Captain America by the end of the show. So I don't know. I was like, what are we doing? Are we going to keep calling it that, or is next season going to just go back to Knight of the 7 Kingdoms? You know what I mean?
I think it's going to stay as Knight of the 7 Kingdoms. I think it might have just been like a bit or something.
We don't do bits. We don't do bits with stories like this.
Knight of the 7 Kingdoms seems obsessed with bits. They are obsessed.
Too many bits.
Right, but it's not a comedy, right?
I heard it was. Someone said that last week on the podcast that it wasn't a comedy. And I was so surprised. I was so stunned by that comment.
I don't think it's a comedy. It might be funnier than the rest of Game of Thrones, but it's not.
They're little editing beats or little. I know it's not hooky clap. Oh my God! Look who came through the door. But there is clearly some
characters. There was some amusing characters, and it was occasionally
word choice, editing choice, music choice, framing. All of these things.
They changed the title card for a joke. Yeah, just to make a joke.
Also, the Apple guy who like marries the whore. You know what I mean?
Poor guy.
And it's like this whole thing is like, oh, buddy.
Yeah,
it's like Game of Thrones comedy.
Yeah, that was sad.
Tried for you, Ed,
and then
you'll see it.
Tried to murder his brother.
God, that was sad.
What a great scene, though. Hang on. Yeah. You brought it up.
Great scene.
Yeah, but that would be like looking at a rom-com and saying, "Oh, they kissed. That's not funny. Boo! This isn't a comedy. That doesn't make any sense." Every line doesn't have to be a joke for it to be a comedy. You can't. You're saying a dramatic moment makes it not a comedy. That's psycho.
But also, a funny moment doesn't make it a comedy.
You're right. A funny moment wouldn't make it a comedy. It's a good thing it's littered with them. It's a good thing it doesn't have a funny moment. It's a good thing there's a joke every 60 seconds because your sentence would be correct if it was correct.
Also, it's a 30-minute show.
6th episode again and tell me that there was a joke.
You're right. No, you're right. Yeah, no, that's true.
That is also structurally, that is also the dark night of the soul part, where things are the dreariest and the darkest part, so that you can get real in, and it kind of, it needs to create a little sympathy, empathy for these characters. Really make it more human for a second, so that you get deep down and dark and deep, and then you lift up, and then you can be comedic again. I mean, the whole thing, like again, starts off with a poop joke.
A good old dramedy.
And a big old dick.
Yeah, a big old come on, swinging a big old wee. Come on,
a big old prop dick.
We saw a lot of dicks in
a prop bit.
House of Dragon, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know, not a joke dick, not a joke dick, not a comedy dick, a serious dick, a drama dick. This was a comedy dick. That's the difference.
I don't know. I was laughing every time I saw a dick.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's a comedy or not. I was surprised. I took umbrage.
It's a bit.
I took umbrage because Ed said it's a comedy, like The Bear is a comedy, but The Bear has 0 jokes. There's not a single joke. There's not one joke, but there's jokes in that same thing.
They're different. You cannot compare the comedicness of this show and The Bear as the same.
The Bear has 0
They're
jokes.
Different. Yeah, I agree with The Bear being.
one is actually listed as a comedy.
Okay,
and
Ed, but that's
one is not.
political. Whenever
But
everything that they think's political is true.
Hang on. IMDb lists it as action epic, adventure epic.
Oh, Night of the
fantasy
Seven Kingdoms.
Epic.
Yes, because what
action
sells it,
adventure.
Ed?
I was gonna say, don't call it a comedy, or the critics.
Yeah,
will eat
people
it
aren't going to
alive.
watch it if it says a comedy. It's a sneaky comedy.
You won't get any
It's a
awards.
sneaky comedy.
Although-
Well, I guess we'll see next year. But that was one thing I was curious about. Like, is this like with? I mean, you got House of the Dragon coming out later this year. Is this going to be
Hella
one
dark.
that HBO pushes as and maybe the comedic entry opposed to that show
That's a good
getting
point.
nominated, because that show has picked up nominations in the past. I don't think I'm not sure if it's been like a winner or not, but yeah, I'll be curious to see how they promote it.
I hope so. Do you guys know if they're doing an Aegon the Conqueror show? Someone told me about that. They were doing an Aegon the
I
Conqueror.
think there was
show.
talk of that being an animated show. I think there
Okay,
was a while
I think we
back,
talked about this
there was
last.
It's in
talk of
development
that.
though, right? Yeah, or something like
Okay.
that.
There's also a
I don't
Game
know.
of Thrones movie in development too. That just got
Yeah,
announced
officially.
recently.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah.
like
much.
early days, apparently. Very.
Weren't they going to do a Jon Snow thing too?
Nope. But it. Oh yeah,
that
you're
got
right.
canceled. That got
Oh.
canceled.
I got cancelled officially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But it all depends on what
Hey, Jon-
happens with HBO and Warner Brothers over the next year
Yeah.
or so.
That's a good point. I didn't
This
think about
is okay. Hold on. This is so funny. Sorry, I'm looking at this thing here. They're promoting this they're promoting this Game of Thrones movie. They're saying, "Oh, this Game of Thrones movie is coming out. It's Game of Thrones coming out, but it's written by the guy who did Andor." And you think, "Oh, Andor,
Tony Gilroy.
Gilroy
that. Right.
is not Tony Gilroy. It is one of the writers of Andor."
Okay.
That's
All right.
it's Bo Williman, who did 6 episodes of Andor. He also did the screenplay of Mary Queen of Scots. He did a lot of episodes for House of the Cards,
House of
and the House of the Cards.
House of the Cards.
House of Cards. Drop the. It's cleaner. And
House of the Cards.
House, yeah. And so he's going to be writing it, and they're already like putting in all the headlines. Like, it's the Andor guy. I think they're trying to like make it seem where, hey guys, it's going to be good.
like that.
Did they say the
Yeah.
period, or they say what it's about, or if it's like, is there any?
Let me get more information.
Okay,
While
sorry.
we
Just hey, you look this up for me.
Yeah, I'll look it up. No, this is the podcast though.
You're
Game
Google,
of
right?
Thrones movie. What's it about? Okay. They're actually okay. All right. I don't know. Someone else talk right now.
Okay. What was it? Do you guys think he was knighted or not? Do you guys think he was never knighted?
I loved the ambiguity
Me
at
too.
the end.
Me too.
Because it was like, is this a dream he's having? Was this a real interaction?
Mm.
I could totally see. But the thing is I think it all comes down to he's so honorable that I don't think he would lie about it.
Right? That's a lot of
It
people.
seems like a big
That was-
lie.
That was
It's
my
a
thing. I
big
was
lie.
like, and I get it. Like, from if you just like be like, you put yourself in that situation in a world like that, where at
Maybe
least
that's his one.
knighthood, at least knighthood buys you like a seat at the table or
Yeah.
something like that. Just like you can't be. You're not just like trash. You're not a servant. You're not. So I could see people taking advantage of that. But yes, they do make such a point of showing just how honorable he is, and isn't that scene also? And I mean, I think they do deliberately leave it ambiguous, which I did like, but I did. That was the moment when he was talking to him and asking him, thinking he was like dead, and then he like came back, and he was just like a true knight always finishes his tale. Right? That's that
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
so I kind of assumed like, oh, maybe he did actually go on to knight him and then die or whatever.
Such a good point about him being like an honorable person as like an argument to say that he was knighted. I think it's interesting why they are trying to make it feel like what could it be? It's a little more mysterious, especially because there's a moment when there was only 6 knights that were going to battle for the 7v7. And they were like, "Oh, what's the guy named? The little guy, the green apple,
Raymond Fossaway.
Yeah, where he's like, "I'll be a knight. I'll be a knight." And then the laughing storm was like, "A knight can make a knight." And then there was almost this hesitation behind Dunk's eyes, and like, what was the next thing he was going to do? And then he never did knight him. Someone else did, like, "You go deal with that, and I'll knight him." And then he was able to kind of like let that go. And so it's just interesting that they're creating this kind of tension, but it almost seems like, yeah, he would do it unless there's something else hidden that is like.
And what's great about this thing is like now it feels like a dance that the audience can do with Duncan, as opposed to, because like now there's like no real reason to reveal he is or isn't a knight, because Westeros is so big. Who's gonna fact check him? You know,
at this point, no one. After what happened,
once you're kind of like in the lore of whatever, you're just a knight now. You know,
this to me is the thing, though. If he's going to lie about being a knight, why doesn't he take the Master of the Games' deal when he comes and says, "We're going to throw the fight, and we want you to win"? Yeah. If he's going to get a leg up by lying about being a knight, why not get another leg up by lying about a fight? He just, no one sees it. No one knows. It's in the middle of nowhere. He could do this for free and get only gain with nothing to lose except his honor, and he won't do it. And I'm not saying he is or isn't a knight, but it would seem odd if he would lie about being a knight, but then not. One thing becomes a second thing becomes a third, and then before you know it, you're the mountain. Right. So it seems like he's trying to preserve that integrity. And I'm not saying he wouldn't lie about being a knight. I would be fine if he did. Good for him if he did. But I don't know. It seems out of character for Dunk.
I think you could also, what I was thinking was like, if it was like his one thing that he's going to lie about, because it's like his whole life leading up to meeting Arlen, right, is this like poor, struggling, destitute. He sees his like, I guess, love or friend or whoever like die right in front of him at a young age. And it's like, maybe he's like, this is the one thing I'm going to allow myself to lie about so that I can like somewhat give myself that protection.
I hear that. I like to think that Arlen maybe like told him, like, he's like, "I'm going to knight you." Maybe he tried to knight him, but fell over.
Died.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
That counts. I'm taking it. Like, I would be like,
whoa,
I would take it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I agree. I don't think it's a full blown lie. I do think there is some gray area, but like I said, it's this really fun thing of like, we don't need to have a revelation of that.
Yeah,
it just, the world has accepted it, and I think we could just move.
We
forward,
should too.
You know?
Yeah.
Unless there's a story beat that is important or something, but it's like I like that. Okay, he's a knight. I'm accepting it, so let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Egg has already accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as his family is concerned, like, yeah, he's a fucking knight.
Oh man, what great acting from that kid, by the way. I just want to the scene where he was like, "Get up, sir," you know, and then right as he's about to blow that horn, you know, what I loved about it is wait, like he is a little child. And to your point earlier, Steven, like, yes, he is the boss. He's a prince. He's a Targaryen. He did tell like guards in other episodes, like, let him go, you know, and things like that. He does have power, but in that moment, he's just this little kid. And then this dance of like Dunk wanting him to like keep that honor is the same way a parent wants a child to like hold on to that innocence, you know?
Yes, he's gonna parent him so much better than Makar ever would.
And you know, it's hard for fucking what's his name, the king that's about to be the king, to like obviously accept that, because he's this like rich, like stick up his ass guy. But it's like, no, dude, this is the guy you want to like. And I love that scene. He's like, "I'm not gonna have my son be a peasant," you know.
Yes.
And it's like, I totally get your motivation from that, but it's like, dude, this is the guy you want him to, because then he could potentially be this great king.
Yes.
You know.
And that last bit, it was so. The last episode, I'll just say, it was my favorite episode because of all of his more serious beats. But like, you know, that back and forth between him and Dunk, and you're just like, well, yeah, Dunk's right about everything, because he's, you know, the hero of the story, and his heart is, you know, he's good intention.
Pure.
But then Makar mentions is like, well, he's like my last son,
Oh,
and like all of these other
that
guys
was
are so
such
fucked up.
good
And like
line.
you're just like,
Mhm.
yeah, well, I can't blame you for that.
Yeah.
And like, so he, he probably sees that good in Egg, but he's so built upon that world of, or
The
in that world,
dynasty, you
the
know.
dynasty of like, this is just what a prince has to do. He goes through all of this, and they live like this, and their attitudes are shit. Um, so like maybe deep down there is something in him that recognizes that, but at the same time he's desperately holding on to maybe
Yeah.
his last ray of hope of humanity in his legacy.
Yeah, and they, yeah.
I really enjoyed that, and then emphasized even more so in the very next scene where Egg goes and makes an attempt on what's his name's life.
Yeah.
What is the other brother name?
Arian, Bright
Arian.
Flame,
Yeah.
Bright Flame. I
And
just call him Bright Flame.
I lock in
Nicknames.
every time that the madness of the Targaryen dynasty is kind of leaned
Yes.
into, or even
Mm.
mentioned, like, and you see it in that kid, um in that moment, like there's that dark side to him,
Yeah.
that that's a kid who's fully prepared to go stab his brother. And then
Yeah.
there was the other brother, the
Oh.
drunken one, who he mentions the madness of princes or whatever. Don't remember the quote now, but it was a good one, and it again caught my attention. But I love that kind of that the overhanging
Yeah.
fear and knowledge of what does happen, what has happened, like how the Targaryens live and have thrived for centuries, but like at what
It's
cost, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
that
I've always enjoyed that about Game of Thrones in general. It's what I enjoy about House of the Dragon. But seeing it here and under a different light through a child's eyes and stuff like that, it's interesting.
I loved that scene when he goes in with a knife and he realizes the father's there.
Yeah.
And the dad just gets up and he just like put this shot. You don't see the whole body, but you just see him put his hands on Egg's
Yeah.
shoulders. And then I was just like, oh my God, nothing had to be said, but it felt like he was like accepting that my son could kill my other son. And that me holding him right now is me kind of just begging him, like, don't do that in this moment. You
Yeah,
know,
or
like
just-
I know why you would want to do this because
right.
that's who we are, kind of thing. But like, let's don't.
Yeah.
But let's don't in this moment.
Yeah.
And
Then,
God, I
yeah,
loved
and then even more context. You have the other brother who's talking about the shitty brother, and just like he didn't always used to be a dick. There was a time where he was happy, and
he
you
was like
just
he used to love to
see
go
how
fishing,
deep.
you know.
Fishing.
Yeah, it's just like you see
Like
how
cuts the fish.
deep rooted this. I mean, this sense of like duty and honor and lineage, where they are expected to behave in a certain way, and you
Yeah.
imagine the life being sucked out of them. And
It's
I really, like, if anything sold this show to me, it was that last episode, because
Yeah.
it touches on all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. I love when Baylor. I watch whenever I find a show I really like. I start watching like on YouTube, like other reactors. I want to see what they think. So I've been watching reactors react to Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and one thing that blew my mind was early on, maybe, or no, I think it was like season 4 because it was after Egg reveals himself. He says, "I wish Dunk had killed Bright Flame. I wish he had killed him." And Baylor Breakspear tells him, "No, this acceptance tells us to love our brothers. You shouldn't do that." And like every single reactor was like, no, it's fine. Fuck it. It was fine. But Baylor's trying to teach him something very serious right now. Dark thoughts become dark actions, lead to dark lives. Your hate will make you a worse person. This is why he needs to get away from Bright Flame, because he will keep hating his brother. He will want him dead. And this is a problem. That hate is the problem. That desire for violence, that's the problem. He needs to be around someone like Dunk, who's never going to give in to hate or violence, or he doesn't hate anyone. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. Even if they hurt him, he needs to see that from him and not other Targaryens who are vengeful and cruel and mean.
Yes.
But I was surprised so many people were like chastising Baylor. No, Baylor's right. that you can't hate him. It doesn't mean you can't defend yourself, protect yourself. But if this is what's happening, then one of you two has to get away. We have to separate these two completely. But it is you can't feel that way. You can't. You maybe get him out of your mind, forget he ever existed, but you can't hate him because that's not the kind of king you're going to be. And Baylor doesn't feel that way about anybody, and that's why he would have been a great king. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the soul in a man. And so no, you should not hate your brother. And if he's an evil piece of shit, then get rid of him or forget him, but don't hate him. That evil will corrupt you forever. And I was surprised so many people did not really pick up on what that lesson was.
It's like when people got pissed off in House of the Dragon. I think it was in season 1 when the mom had the dragon behind her. Like they broke through the coronation scene. And the dragon was behind her, and they were like, and didn't burn him to a crisp. The internet lost it, and they were like, "What the hell? If you burnt it, then it would have solved everything." Blah 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 blah. But it's just kind of like these honorable things that, the honor things.
Yeah. First of all, it wouldn't have. Yeah, there would have been a new civil war. But secondly, this ain't my war. Yeah, I know that. They didn't attack. They didn't draw first blood. I'm not attacking. I'm gonna draw first blood. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Exactly. Almost missing the very point that the reason this world is so sick and disgusting is because this violent shit is the only response anyone ever has. Which is what the girl was saying in that episode, the flashback, when she was saying it doesn't end. Violence becomes violence, becomes violence, becomes violence. It never ends. It will never end. The only way to do it is to change it. And that's what Dunk is. He's like a stopgap for Aegon's life. He's not going to let Aegon become a Targaryen. Not like that. And he becomes an awesome dude. And I look forward to watching his growth. But yeah, I love the show.
There's going to be a season 2, obviously, and they've already done some casting for it. They're going to have, please forgive me, Babu Cisse. He was the droid or the
alien.
No, humanoid. What was synthetic? He was a guy, an alien Earth. Cyborg. Thank you. He was a cyborg. There's 3 of them, right? There's the synthetic, the cyborg, and then the android.
Synthetic.
Oh, synthetic. Wait.
Yeah, you said that twice. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Synthetic, cyborg, and android?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Okay. So he's going to be as Sir Bennis, who I thought he's the stinky one, right? Or no?
We're going. I don't remember. We're going to the Reach, right? This is the land dispute. It's like
this is the land dispute, the river, and they're like, "Where's our water?" And then he goes over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got to reread it.
I think Sir Bennis is like the stinky one, and then we have Peter Mullen, who you might know, Ed.
Peter Mullen, yeah.
From where?
Rings of Power, most recently.
Exactly. He'll be playing Sir Eustace Osgrey. So I think he's gonna be playing the older guy who's like kind of in charge, and he'll tell the story about his children and the black dragon versus the red dragon and things like that. And then we have Lucy Boynton as Lady Rohan.
Okay, I remember. Okay.
Slap. We're gonna have.
Okay.
She was in Sing Street, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Miss Potter. So
that's right.
Murder on the Orient Express as well. New season there, and then
can't wait.
One last thing. I finally figured out the Game of Thrones movie. Okay. It says the movie will be about Aegon I Targaryen and his conquest of Westeros when he united the kingdoms with dragons. The event happens about 300 years before the original series. So it will show Aegon and his sisters arriving with dragons, the war that creates the Targaryen Empire, the origin of the Iron Throne.
It's everyone's gonna love it. It's the most action-packed story, but it's the most boring fucking story. So everyone's gonna love it. There's no plot. He just conquers.
He just conquers, yeah.
People are gonna fucking go crazy. Y'all made like 7 John Wicks.
You want dragons? We got more dragons for you.
We're like on 12 Mission Impossibles. I have no doubt this will make money.
Yeah.
People are gonna love it. Yeah, you want dragons? We got dragons. Yeah, exactly. That's all this is.
There was another bit of information that might be spoilerific for us here. I don't know if I feel like Miguel would be aware of it if anybody is, but in regards to some casting for the next season.
What's that?
What does that mean? I mean, what am I books? So
no, shut up. As far as it's casting specific,
okay,
like somebody big being cast in the next season.
Oh man.
Okay. Who? I mean,
well, should I announce to say it? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
he has
us.
an exclusive
Who is it,
announcement.
George Clooney?
Punch Drunk Nerd. Who is it?
Well,
Tom Cruise?
well, so Mr. Egg, whatever his name was, he ruined, apparently spoiled it in an interview.
Oh,
where
really?
They said Henry
Mr.
Cavill
Egg.
was going to come in and play.
No way.
Oh,
Okay,
I
let me
did.
guess.
Oh, I
It's
know
going
who
to
it's gonna
be
be.
a 30-second
he's
thing,
already
or is it going to be an
shot
actual
his-
character?
I don't know. They
no,
didn't get because it was like a slip of like.
It's going to be like a
slip of,
shitty cameo? Okay,
No,
we don't know.
I
You're
think-
right, we don't know.
I think he could be that knight on the other side of the land.
Okay, yeah,
that
yeah.
Serves the what's it called?
Okay,
Lady Rohan. I think it might be Lady Rohan's knight.
that'd be pretty sick.
So
He seems like he loves this stuff, right? He's a big
Oh,
nerd. He likes all the
big.
stuff I like.
Big.
yeah, love building PCs,
People-
loves
Warhammer and stuff?
Warhammer,
Yeah.
loves The Witcher.
People kept fan casting him as like a young
Aegon.
Baratheon.
Around.
Oh.
No,
I
he's
thought you
gonna
were gonna
be
say the
he's gonna
Conqueror.
be Lady Rohan's knight. I'm calling it right now.
A young Barat. Oh,
I'm gonna
Robert.
put
A
a
young
Kalshi
Robert.
bet on it right
Oh, yeah,
now.
Robert, thank you.
$20.
No, dude, let's do it. Let's go. Dude, what an episode.
all
Thank
right.
you.
That's a good guess, Luis.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, before we go, I wanted to ask you, do you guys, I was surprised how few people remember this. Do you guys remember what the event is? Why are they the tourney at Ashford Meadow? Why? What's happening?
It's the
Oh.
birthday of one of the
The daughter.
daughters.
Her
Yeah.
name day.
Her name day.
Oh, what a line when she comes in, and I don't hold it against you that you ruined my name
Yeah.
day.
They were being
I was like,
terrible.
No reactor remembered who the fuck she was. It was wild.
wait,
I was
who,
like,
who are you?
it was wild. It was
I liked her, but I just didn't get
She
enough.
didn't she like
She's in
shout something out during the 7v7 or no?
I
Was that
I don't think
am
she said anything else. No, that
Okay.
was Raymond's wife.
But I feel like they mentioned it at the beginning of the season, and then obviously they said it again at the end of the season.
She said you're big, dumb, and stupid. Yeah, she's introduced to Baylor. When Breakspear shows up, he goes, "This is my wife, Gwen. It's her 13th name day. This is the tourney. We've arrived for Gwen's 13th name day." Gwen goes, "You're big and stupid," and she does the whole thing. And then
Yeah.
we see her a bunch, but this is the whole point.
I
This
liked
poor
her 'cause
girl.
she really is like that like teenager. Girl,
Yes,
you know?
I
It's
loved
like-
her character.
And I like
yeah.
how she comes in and she has some sass and then she leaves. And I'm like, let's get more of her. She was kind of funny.
I agree. I just
That's
wanted
why
to
they
see
always
if
do
you
tournaments. They always do tournaments for things like this, like weddings and birthdays and stuff like
Yeah.
that. What else is divorces?
So I did want to ask, like, real quick. Is each story or is each season going to be like a singular event?
Seems like it. Based on the way they
Okay.
did this one, I didn't realize that's what they were going to do. That's not what I thought in my head. But after
Yeah,
this
yeah.
season, I assume that's what they're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what I
every-
was curious about. I was surprised at how, like I said, how singular and closed it felt. Like it didn't like
It'll feel
what-
like that in the next ones too. Like
each
this is
episode. Each episode wasn't going from town to town, event to event.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I made the comparison.
like a Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, because I hate that about Mandalorian. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, I get that.
And now I got an armor upgrade. Here's your new shield, and fuck that. No, I don't want that. So okay, well that's cool. That's I like that style,
Me
that
too.
that way they do it.
Oh, I also want to point out too, because I saw a lot of people saying Lord Fossaway, Stefan Fossaway, the Red Apple, he trades his honor for a lordship, and a billion reactors all said, well, must not have worked out because you weren't in Game of Thrones, and the Fossaways weren't in the show. They are in the show and they are in the books. It does work out. You just didn't notice them because it works out. The Red Apple and the Green Apple both are there. They're green apples for Stannis and Renly, and they're in like every battle. So I just want to point out that it does in fact pay off. But that's all. What else? I got nothing else.
All right.
I liked it. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm definitely gonna do a rewatch. I might.
I'm glad
read those
everyone liked
fucking
this.
books. So
You
They're so short,
It's so
dude. They're
short.
chapters. Each one's like 13 pages.
Okay, I could do that.
Yeah, they're so short. But I'm glad everyone liked it. I mean, everyone. Like it was so well received. I mean, just everyone was. People I normally don't care at all about Knights or Game of Thrones were texting me like if I'd seen it. I was like, yeah, I've seen it. You watch this? Everything you watch is in black and white and French, and you watch this. I was stunned.
It's a little less daunting. I get it from the rest of Game of Thrones.
Mm.
Just like, and I mean, as someone who like got really into all of the Game of Thrones lore and stuff like that when the shows were running, so it was, I can see it being just like a winner for that, and short, sweet, occasionally funny, and You know.
Oh my god! Don't get him started again. Okay, we'll be here.
Yeah.
There we go.
One last thing, I just remembered. Just Egg. Remember when Egg takes the horse out and stuff? Every time Egg's cute, he's like, "Sir Duncan, your lance," and everything. When he's like eating or he's making the noises. Every time Dunk does poured salt beef, every time he does anything, he is so freaking adorable. It like hurts, which is exactly how I pictured it when I read it. And I'm just so glad they kept that. Like George said the same thing too. He's like, "That's freaking Egg." I'm just so glad. Just so cute. So like focused on his work. "Take it, Sir Duncan. Your lance, Sir Duncan." When he was smashing the axe it's in the background. Like he is just the most adorable freaking kid ever.
Get up, sir.
Get up, sir. Yeah, he is just adorable. I love him. So
I love the scene where he's like, where they go see what's it called, the jousting for the very first time, and both of them have this realization, like, oh, like first Dunk, I just like, oh, this is real. For Egg specifically, he sees the squires running and getting all the things, like the lands and stuff,
and how old they are. They're grown men. Those are grown men. Yes,
and so he feels the pressure of like, oh shit, I gotta be quick.
Ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really hard for him in an actual battle. That would be.
Was he trying to just get out of it, like just to get out of like that family, or was he genuinely trying to be a squire? Was that the
That's
goal?
a good question. I guess I assume it would be like, everyone has done it, so he expects
he's
you
at
to
that
do
age.
it. Yeah, he's at that age, so that's just what he thinks. I don't know if he really gives a damn, or he said he kind of wants to be a knight. He does dream about being a knight. He's like riding the horse, remember? He was riding.
I think it's definitely he wants to get away from the family because he shaves his head. He's like,
well, no, we know that, but we're wondering if it's also because if he like chose squiring or knighthood on purpose, or if he would just do anything to get away from his family.
I think it was anything. I think
Well,
it was
also the Targaryen hair is so distinctive. I guess he was trying to hide his identity to other people.
I think it was like a opportunity, like a chance thing that like he ran into a knight and was like, oh, okay, I could do that.
Like this one.
Yeah. He was one. Yeah, he was a squire to Daron. Daron's a knight. He's not doing. He is avoiding the tournament. That's why he's at the inn. He's running away. Egg wants to go to the tournament. He wants to do this stuff.
I
feel like he really does want to be a squire.
I'm starting to think he does too. Now that I'm saying it out loud.
That's like the feeling. Like he's kind of like fantasized about it, and he's like one of those people who are like, did you know that? Or you got to clean the rust with the sand and all these things and blah blah blah.
Sure,
like, here's your tent, and knights usually have this. Like he's like studied knights in the books, and he's like he knows what knights do. He's a knightaholic, and so he's like, well, knights should be doing this, and you're no knight. A knight doesn't hold his sword with a hemp rope.
Yeah,
and then he's like, I'll clout your ear. Shut the fuck up. What do you know about knights? Little does he know that he knows more than he knows.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Egg's gonna have to teach him literally everything. That's what it is. He's like carried around his encyclopedia with him. Yeah. I love that about them. He's just so cute. But you're right, he's gonna start aging and then the cuteness will disappear, but we're gonna get a new Egg and a different Egg. Do you guys remember the prophecy of Egg's prophecy? He got that prophecy reading?
Oh, you're gonna be a king and you're gonna die.
He's gonna be a bad king, right?
He did not say. It's a lot like that was another thing everyone forgot. All the reactors, when Daron tells him about his dragon dream and he says, you were there with a dead dragon. And then all the reactors are like, oh, he's going to kill Arion. Like they were sure. And then the next episode when it happens, and no, that dream was about Baelor and it had nothing to do with you killing him. Dreams are like that. Everyone forgot it was a dream. Like no one even remembered. It's the same with this. No, the prophecy did not say that he would be a bad king. The prophecy was very specific. Yeah, just like that one. It did not say you would kill a dragon. It just said you would be near a dead dragon. Just like the prophecy did not say he would be a bad king. I agree. There's a lot of misleading language.
How did it?
The prophecy said everyone who knows you will rejoice, and you will die in a great fire, and worms will feed on your ashes.
Yeah, the way that it phrased it's like, thank God he's dead. You know what I mean?
Everyone who knows him is like a corrupt bastard, and he's trying to end corruption. So when he dies, they cheer. Yeah, no, he's a great king. Yeah,
okay,
I just
love that for a second. I was worried. I was like, oh no, he's gonna get dark. Yeah, okay.
No, everyone thought that meant that he was going to come back.
No. Everyone sometimes get me, Big O.
Well, you knew that his son was going to be the Mad King, so it's like, okay, if any cheering, it's I don't know, but it's like he was not the king that people talk about as the scary one, the worst one.
Yeah,
so it's like you have to assume he's going to actually be pretty good, or at least do good.
Yeah. He's
an episode.
I agree.
Great job.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate you.
Listen, I can move my what we're into until next week. Can you, Ed? Can you hold it in you, or do you want to talk about it now?
Oh God, don't ask Ed to do that.
It's a solid 5-minute runtime if I ask you to do it. I know because I see it in the timeline. I'm like, whoop, in 5 minutes.
I've got what I'm into. You know what's coming out next week? One Piece season 2, and I know all y'all have watched One Piece season 1. So
I've seen One Piece in season 1.
Yeah, yes. I know Luis always does the homework. Luis only one does the homework. He reads a book. He watches One Piece. I know. I see you, man. That's like where's the crown?
I like to do my homework at the last minute. Like,
that's acceptable. Me too. Yeah, that's.
No, but you've been watching. You watch all of One Piece. Okay, anyway, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to keep you guys.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We're gonna go hang out and play. My name is Luis Gonzalez, and with me's been
Miguel Sanchez,
Ed Poole,
and
Steven Escobar.
Hell yeah! And until next time, later, Gators.
Later, Gators.
Bye, Gators.
Bye, Gators. Yeah, on the flip side, crocodile.